Ooh, you're live. It says we're live. Hello, everyone. There we go. I'm going to go check it out and see what's going on the page here. View channel. Live. And we are here. Okay. Do you have your phone on you, Harold?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Let me go get it.
I think so, just because I can't see off my phone.
Okay.
It says live here.
Okay.
Oh, you guys know we're still getting used to this.
Oh,
Oh, Harold, it's fine. We're good. We're good.
It's fine. We're good.
There we go. I'm going to X that out. We're good. We're good. That's okay. She didn't hear me.
We're good.
Let me get out of there because it's giving that feedback stuff. Okay, so great.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we are. I think it was a delay. Yeah. So yeah, I can. Yeah.
So yeah.
Perfect. We just need to make. It's only our second time on the platform, so we just want to make sure. Yeah. So again, we're going to stick with the live format, and we're just kind of throwing in maybe another workout or two before we actually launch out our Fall into Fitness series, which will have us at this time, but on Monday through Friday, and that'll run for 4 weeks, right? So you'll get those 20 all over sessions. I'm really excited to get back to the 5 days too. You know what? It's been a few weeks since we've finished the old series. So I feel like we need to get back into it. A lot of the people on the platform, they've still been redoing them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Like Mel was commenting that she chose 4 of them.
Yeah.
And she went
some
through
of their favorites.
Yeah, some of the favorites that we did on that platform. And thank you for still sharing the platform because we still have people joining the Facebook group. And again, the Facebook group will stay open until September. I'll keep reminding people that because the new people, to give them time, because it is 6 weeks of training, right? And that they should be shooting over here when that happens. So today we're going to throw out no bells, no whistles, just I think it's a pretty solid workout because it's going to be, I love pants with pockets, man.
You didn't give me pants with pockets.
No.
You gave me like super tight scuba pants.
Because Trish is very tiny and I am not, but you are tiny as well. So even with 2 of those pant legs, I couldn't get my thick thighs in.
I think the kids could have painted this.
Yeah, so it just doesn't work for me. So no, but anyways, today's great because we're going to join 2 muscle groups with one of the moves so we can get more volume in. Again, we're sticking with 30 minutes so far. This is the format you're going to see in our regular programming. I'm excited to kind of break out of this 30-minute format. I'm not that important to be getting a call on Saturday. Let me shut off my ringer.
Oh, live.
Oh my God. What? It's fine.
I
think that's why they like it because they show up and
real.
It's a real thing, right? So yeah, following along with us again, I am going to throw in some band examples along the way because we do have people joining the bands. Because I know our core group is probably here with us right now. So we still want to make sure that they can follow along. So 1 more minute. I'm going to shift this down here. Hopefully Sarah's joining us from the cottage and she was asking like what type of dumbbell. I know Sarah, so I kind of recommended if you're only using 1 set that I gave her a 15. She's been training for decades, this girl. Okay, so again, bands are a great option if you don't have dumbbells and if you only have 1 set. It's about balancing the weight that you can do with a large muscle group and a small muscle group. The hybrid moves will complement 1 weight for both moves though. Okay, so this is the band. We're going to get started. So again, we just want to make sure that everybody has the proper form again. So we're starting in a squat on the first exercise. You want to make sure that your heels are under your hips and that your toes are out a little bit from your heels. Right on. The volume's there. So we're going to do a squat. We're going to stand up out of our squat and then we're going to do a row. Okay. So it would look like a squat. You stand up, tip at the hips, palm face in, and row. There we go. So you squat. You can see on the bands, and we've talked about this as well, that there's slack on them. So I'm doing this. not for a workout necessarily anyways for the first round. We always want to start with a warm up. Okay, so these programs, we don't have prescribed warm ups in them. Most of the people we ask if they want, they can hop on for like 5 or 10 minutes, kind of get their bodies warmed up. And if not, we always choose that first round as a warm up round. Okay, so 2 moves. As you get a little bit warmer, try and get your ass to the grass, elbows close, pull them behind to squeeze. It's not right, but I'm already getting warm.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you use for the first round?
I had some 12s.
Right, okay. So I'm going to try some 15s. So again, a little bit of a blur. We're still going to work on that. When you squat, knees over toes, tip at the hips, and then bring the elbows tight in. So Cher's doing a different angle there so you guys can see. Hold it back and squeeze. So the back is super straight. And again, if you want to get a little bit more out of this, we're so blurry, man. Inhale to exhale. Stick with us, team. We're going to Canadian Tire. Maybe we can look for that light today and squeeze. It's all about the lighting on here and the webcam. So inhale to exhale. Cheryl's come up with the tempo here where it's like 1 up.
Just to see if we can slow it.
Yeah. And I mean, we kind of blur out for a little bit, but you know what? The good thing is I told her today, keeping your chest up nice and tall and squeeze. Okay. So I have some 15s. I can feel my shoulders warming up a little bit. I'm lucky over here. I got some 17.5s. Are you going up to 20?
Yep.
Okay. We went on like a grand adventure yesterday.
Oh.
Knees over toes, chest
Oh, yeah.
up, stand tall, tip at the hips. I looked at the camera and I'm like, is the camera stuck or is Cheryl stuck?
Cheryl was stuck.
Cheryl was stuck. So you want to pull the hands into your hips and make sure that your shoulder blades are moving in towards your spine. So you're going to squeeze it. And again, if you have a little bit of a lighter weight and you want to make the row movement a little bit more challenging, why don't you focus on squeezing and holding at the top? Oh my God, I can feel this in my front delts. So we took the kids on about an hour hike
to High Falls, if anybody knows from the area, Algonquin Park.
Bonner's never done a hike before. He did it.
8 kilometers.
And squeeze. You got her, stand tall. Let's go into the last round on this. So then they got to do like this water slide thing. That's actually a natural water slide with a rock.
Cliff jumping.
Cliff jumping.
Oh, yeah.
Knees over toes. Yep. And then tip of the hips and then pull. So I got some 20s now. What do you got?
25.
She's insane, right? Again, for those of you that may be new to the platform, Cheryl is a firefighter. So she's always bringing in those big firefighter strengths, eh? I'm always chasing after her for weight, especially with that upper body. Inhale to exhale. You're going to pull those elbows into your hips. I can tell that we have not lifted consecutively or consistently because things are on fire right now with these 2 moves. The legs are not too bad. It's the shoulders that are burning on this one. So again, you just want to make sure that they're down from your ears, those shoulders. And we move on to sumos with a bicep curl. Are you doing 1 dumbbell or 2?
I'll do 2 for
Okay.
start.
I'm going to show you how to do this with a band. So again, you can go wide with your feet. Sumos have your toes out. We're going to squat, keep them in. Oh, that's way too tight for me. Let's see if I can do it this way. You got her here. Now, on my sumos, my knees are a little bit too in because when you squat down, you want to have your knees directly over your ankles. There we go. So again, the bands are a great alternative to the dumbbells. It's just sometimes we got to get a little creative, right, with stuff. Squat to overhead is up. Well, not squat to overhead. Sorry, I'm lying. Hammer to overhead is up next.
Yeah.
So we will show you how to do that with the bands. But like this, I'm going to go and grab some dumbbells.
I'll try 1 for this one.
Okay. Yeah, because you don't have to do 2, eh? I do want you to focus too on those bicep curls. That when you bring those dumbbells up, because they're sitting here, make sure they don't pull you forward, that you're really rotating those pinkies into your shoulder. Inhale to exhale and bring it up. You got her. Cheryl's got kind of a bit more of a hammer curl going on this one. But if you do only have 1 dumbbell, we can always modify through. I think the biggest thing about exercise that I've found as a coach over the last couple of decades is a lot of the time people drown in the puddle of, I don't have exactly what I'm being shown, right? Like I don't have those weights. I can't do those ranges of motion. Just try and let that stuff go when you're thinking about mobility and movement and strength. Inhale to exhale. That's why we like to show you different stuff on here too. Around and through, right? You don't necessarily have to do exactly what we're doing if that means that you won't do it because it looks a little bit different, right?
Or you're injured or you can't complete everything. There's always modification.
Absolutely. Squat it down and rotate it up. So so we woke up this morning. Oh my God. So my name's Kate. Say what your name is.
Cheryl.
You have to say my name is Cheryl.
My name is Cheryl.
Yeah, because that's part of the thing.
Okay.
And we're addicted to coffee. We only had one coffee yesterday. We had the worst headache this morning. Oh my God. I'm like, we have an issue, buddy. Up and through. I want you to make sure your elbows are tight to your waist.
Well, I said, I think it's
rotate.
Coupled with that. We didn't hydrate enough on our walk.
Okay.
And we had 3 screaming children.
Oh my Lord.
For an hour and a half in the back of our car.
And the seats
and I mean screaming.
At least the seats in the truck are further back. The ones in that vehicle, they're like right in your face.
Yeah. We had one singing pop music, 2 hitting each other, screaming, singing. Well, she was
singing.
Yeah.
Her volume was so big.
Well, it was to overcome the boys. She was annoyed.
So, right. So as parents, you're trying to mitigate the children not eating each other.
So who's ready for the kids to go back to school now?
But then I was like, but then we can't sleep in on Sunday. Oh, I know.
We can have an afternoon.
We can't even say anything because think of the teachers. Think of those poor teachers who have children and then have to take care of ours. Angels on earth.
We had 3 and we were
inhale to exhale to out. But I mean,
we stopped the car, pulled over, and changed things midway.
Hammer to overhead press. I would classify it as the logistics were not working for us at that point. So we had to.
It wasn't working for them either.
Oh my gosh. In the middle.
Just making it through. All the parents out there right now.
This is hammer curl. So this is hammer curl to overhead press. To here. Oh, see what happened to me? See what happened? Okay. So what we can do is go down a little bit lower to press. Nice. If that's not working in a standing position, sit your fine bum down on a chair.
Which is nice because it's almost a lunge. We didn't do a lunge yet.
No, we're not doing a lunge today.
No, but you are.
I am doing an ISO. You know what? Good point. I'm going to switch it up. Here to here. Okay, so hammer curl has your palm facing in. Here to here to press. I am not in the middle of my band, so things look a little bit wonky. To press, you got her. So your palms face in the whole time, and then full extension up. Trying to engage the shoulder at the top of the movement. Let's move on to round 2. Okay. So again, team, you're warmed up. You're good to go. Choose some stuff that's bringing you out of your comfort zone right now. You can go feet shoulder width apart. Cheryl's doing a stagger step. I'm probably going to move into that one as well. I have as well and 2 coming at me at the same time as woo. So so we had a good day.
It was awesome.
We did.
Got some firsts in there.
Yeah.
Now they want to go, Bonner's never been really outside.
Yeah.
And to do a hike and all of this.
Yeah.
Even swimming is like a first for him. And now he wants to go for like 3 days camping.
Yeah. He's like, can we come back next year?
This is awesome.
So we're just taking the next 365 days to de-escalate.
And then we'll plan.
And then we'll be good to go. It's only going to get better because they're only going to get older.
Yeah.
Right? Because those teenagers are real quiet usually. Don't they just shut down at a certain point?
Yours. At least one.
Or the teenagers just don't come. They're like, no, I'm doing stuff.
Yeah,
I'm just not even coming. I'm hanging out with my friends who are way cooler than you are. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, round 3. So hammer curl, and then just press overhead. So again, we're not hitting every specific muscle, but we are in a secondary way. So we're doing those rows. You're still hitting some rear shoulder, rear delt, When we move on to chest next, you will be getting a little bit of that front delt as well.
I was just going to mention that for anybody that may have just been in YouTube land going, oh, I want an all body workout and see this for the first time.
Yeah.
This is different than what we're doing in the fall, right?
It is. Yeah. The fall, we have 5 days. So you get 5 days of complete programming.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not doing this stuff.
Like an all body all over. I like all body.
Whole body.
All body.
Total body. Right on. Okay, I'm going to move up to, I'll try some 20s on the last one. No, so like our real programming, right? It goes for strength and muscle gain, right? So those give 30 minutes to either one muscle group or 2 max. Yeah, we're not doing this. We're literally on today to say bonjour again, right? To stay connected to the almost 500 people that are on our old platform on Facebook, right? Because they're still looking for workouts.
Yeah.
Like we've been together for 6 weeks on that platform. Some of us have been together for years on Facebook. We're leaving Facebook now and we're transitioning over to YouTube. Lots of positive feedback, right? Even your aunt likes it better.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Inhale to exhale to up and through. Lots of people like it because the broadcast capabilities on their TVs. Okay, don't feel rushed. Say it again.
Hit pause.
Hit pause. Yeah, because we're going to pull those mats in. Whoops. Here, and pause. Okay, so Cheryl's getting the mats ready. So you're going to want to bring some dumbbells to the floor or your band. We're doing a chest press right now. So I'm going to tilt the camera down a bit. Here we go. You got her.
Black mat too.
Say it again.
Black mat maybe.
I think I'm okay with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll be okay. So if you guys are using your bands, what we've done, and again, never stealing ideas that are not mine. Some people have shortened up the bands to give a bigger tension to them. So the chest press has the band going behind your back. If you want to get down on your mats right now, I'm going to choose some weights that I'll use for the dumbbell chest press. I'm being hopeful with some 30s here. And then there are some skull crushers coming up. So if you want to grab some skull crusher weights as well. I'm going to make my way over to the timer. We are going to start in 15 seconds. You ready to go, Harold?
Getting closer.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okie dokes. Let me tap that. There we go. Okay, back on track here. When we do a transition, we give you a little bit of extra time, right? Fair enough. This is a chest press, palms forward, if you're able to, while holding your legs out. Go ahead. Now, if that's too much, because we do know that that's quite a lot to ask, you can always just keep your feet on the ground. So right now, this is not a knotted band for me. I just want to show you guys, okay? This is motion. So don't worry about whether I have tension or not. Okay, I'm showing some modifications. If you want to go feet up a little bit higher, maybe one leg at a time, because you're here for 4 rounds, okay? That you can also do that as well. I'm just going to swap out to some dumbbells to finish this off. So what we're doing, again, your hybrid here is core and chest. So do what you can. You need to make sure that you're able to keep that lower back. Drop the dumbbells to center chest.
Holy.
I know. You need to make sure that your lower back isn't elevating. So be mindful of where you're putting your feet. There's lots of options. Okay. The great thing about having that security of those dumbbells on the chest press is it anchors your torso down, pushing from center. You got it. I'm going to try for some bigums here from some 30s.
25.
Right on. Here we go. You got some 25s? Yeah, you're going to make your way up to 35, I bet. You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
It's
plenty, eh?
Well, knowing what's coming up too.
Yeah, right?
Save some core.
So,
hint.
Again, the workouts are never, they're really not like trendy move workouts. We do incorporate some new moves. And these are moves that we're like, hey, you know what? This is a non-traditional move. I actually think it's worth its merit. Versus putting stuff in, dropping your dumbbells to the center chest. We're not going to put stuff in because it's necessarily a popular move unless it's worth its weight.
It's back to basics. That's the thing.
It really is.
Nothing fluffy.
Yeah, and like that's kind of like roll it down, press it up,
Woo.
That's kind of like how we are living our lives now too. Like it's about stripping back on things that mask as quality.
And here's the thing.
Yeah.
We were kind of forced to skip back, like go back. We both had to start over.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how we're like, but this is actually okay. This is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, because I think it's like understanding that like the premise of life. I mean, it's fun every once in a while to put sparkles on stuff, right?
Especially if you're eating them in Danny's cookies.
Oh gosh, right? But those are specials. Like those are special things.
Oh, goodness.
Roll it up. I like life in general. Our life is like a bowl of oatmeal. You always know what you're going to get.
No, you don't. Today was raisins. Yesterday was peaches.
Okay. I did not steal that quote. Okay. Push it up. No, but it's like those staple things that we know what we need.
Yeah.
Right? Because that kind of sets the foundation of a strong day. Inhale to exhale. And that's what these programs are. I think another great thing, is that we're just like everybody else out there. You know, 2 moms. We have 5 kids between us, up and through. We both have careers, right? So we get it.
But our life at this point,
yeah,
outside of anything,
yeah,
is love.
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing that's kept us strong, right?
Yeah.
There are all these paradigm shifts that we've been up to lately. Skull crushers with tabletop hold. So again, skull crusher has the same position with the band behind your back. Tabletop is this, 1 foot, 2 feet up. The skull crushers have your hands together. And if you notice, I'm just grabbing my handles underneath. Okay. So some exercises, some exercises, amazing balls. This is an amazing balls exercise with a band. So again, if you can't have an elevated leg because it's just too much for where you're starting, why don't you try one leg? Why don't you try no legs? Again, it's a tricep focused exercise. I can feel my triceps burning.
Oh yeah.
I want to try and stabilize my shoulders. So push those into the mat and then full extension of the arm up and through. So full extension. If your dumbbells are not heavy enough, bring your elbows into the center, drop it down. Okay. Dude, I'm sweating.
Oh yeah.
Where are those? Okay. Okay, God, you're at 20s too. 20s. Okay. So we're going to roll down. Make sure the dumbbells are on your chest. Push up. Dumbbells tight together. Oh, I think I overchewed. I think I bit too much off. Oh my God.
Oh, some of the metal just came down.
Okay.
And landed in my throat.
Okay.
I think I just ate it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm self-soothing. Okay. I'm just reassuring myself that I am okay. Listen, let's be honest here. This is too heavy for me because I can feel that my shoulders want to move. And I'm having a harder time pushing my shoulder blades into the floor. So I'm using all these other like super helpful muscles, which is completely taking away from my triceps and is actually probably putting me at a risk because I'm not doing the proper movement. Bring it down. Okay. I'm tapping out on those 20s, coach. I need some 15s.
And for those new,
yeah,
we only give, like we say this all the time, but we only give our weights because some people are curious.
Yes.
So if you're just doing it with hands,
oh God, you're good.
Water bottles,
yeah,
just anything.
Yeah, you're gonna learn about us, team. It's not about it. We're not putting our strengths and weaknesses out for our lifts and lowers. No. Only to give people an idea of what's going on here. Just because in our other platforms, people were kind of curious.
And we will work. You'll see us working to our 100%. Where we're going. Whew, this doesn't feel right. I'm not using the right ones. Yeah. And we're actually going, okay, we got to go down.
Yeah.
We got to stop. We got to pause, take a little break. We're not faking any of this.
No. And the thing is too, like you guys, we cannot afford an injury. We cannot afford an injury. So it's really about trying to train virtually as safe as we can. And what we want to do is swing it around. Like we want to show you what we're asking of you. So please, our egos were left at the door a long time ago. We suggest you do that too. That's not an insult. It means that you guys have nothing Nothing to prove. You've already shown up, right? You've already shown up. If we get an injury, this will affect us physically. This will affect us for what we can do at home or work. This will mentally affect us because you're ready. You want to do this, and then you get injured. And that's really hard, especially when you've been working so hard to just either get into this or get back to this. So we just want you to know, you know what, lifting a little bit lighter than maybe you have in the past or what you did last week. Listen to your bodies and what they need, okay? The win is showing up. Drop it down. Okay, things are gonna get spicy now. You ready to roll? We're gonna start with one hollow body hold. Hollow body hold has the torso and the legs at the same height. You're not coming up in a V. You look like a banana. You're gonna hold right on. Now, if you wanted to make it harder on a hollow body, you would pull your arms back behind. Well, why is that harder? Because now you have weight behind your torso. Again, you can do one leg if you want. You can keep your legs down. There's like a 1,000 billion different ways that you can do these moves. And if these ones are, what are you doing? You're dripping.
I'm dripping.
This. We needed to move.
Holy cow.
We'll be back a couple times next week too for some more
We're gonna
lives.
do some mobility though too.
We will do some.
Yeah.
She's been hounding me for mobility.
I want mobility.
Hounding. The good news is we're moving into a different set of core after this that has 2 moves that we repeat 3 times. So bring your knees to your chest, stretch out your back. Let's get busy because I know people love core. They love core. We're going to move into a bicycle to start out with. So a bicycle, again, placing your fingertips back, let your head rest into your fingertips. You're going to rotate and kick out a leg. So if the kickouts are too much, you can just rotate with the foot on the ground and then the knee. Okay, if you want to just stay in tabletop, and then you can just focus on the rotation. It's the rotation on this that we want. If you want, you can pop it up, lay down, pop it up, lay down. It's really whatever you guys need. I know what's going to happen to me because we've only really done one core exercise since we signed off on the other platform. My endurance in my low back is going to go. Yeah. So again, we're focusing on twisting because this is the oblique portion. The oblique. And again, make sure, oh God, that burns.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have said
Bad.
that word.
Yes.
Jesus Murphy. 1 leg, 2 legs. Again, the toggle is set for not for kids.
No.
Toe touches have us reaching up. Inhale to exhale. I usually say baby Jesus. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That was a big burn.
Yeah.
That was a big burn. So my neck is already a little bit fatigued. So I'm going to place my hands behind my head and I'm going to pulse. So you're coming up as high as you can with these guys. Again, if it's too much, 1 leg up, maybe no legs up, and you're just doing like micro crunches. So you're just trying to kind of pulse and float. Again, make sure your neck is supported because all of the exercises have your head elevated. Again, starting to get a burn right underneath the rib cage. Yep, inhale to exhale. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Oh, Lord. Okay, so
3
right
times?
in here. What's that?
3 of these?
But we're already on round 2. So we're moving on to bicycle again. Okay, so not hollow body. 1 foot, 2 feet up, right? Choose your poison on the bikes. Just, again, focus on keeping your hip base nice and solid and focus on twisting. So as your torso twists, make sure both bum cheeks stay on the ground. Inhale to exhale. So again, the tips of your fingers are behind your skull and your skull is kind of like laying into your hands. I know a lot of people, they take their hands and they pull their head forward. I want you to get an area where your hands are comfortable. And you know, like when you lay on your pillow and your head just kind of goes back into the pillow, that's how it should feel. Your hands should be working to hold your head up. Okay, so your fingers should be engaged and then your head is just falling back and through. 3 seconds. You're going to stretch it out. My whole body is vibrating right now. 1 foot, 2 feet up if you can, toes to nose. You're going to reach up and you're going to pulse, pulse, pulse. In 3, 2, you're going to bring it up and small microscopic movements. So again, you're trying to bring your ribs into your hips. So you're going to pulse, pulse. Again, if you like having that marker of your hand trying to get to your foot, I do too. It's like a tactic thing where it's like, okay, reach the toe, reach the toe. You can use one hand behind the head. Oh man, Cheryl, we got to get back on the workout horse here. My core is just it's screaming right now. Again, sometimes too though, right? It's not about the conditioning, it's about the exercises you're choosing to put back and forth. Is your hamstring
Oh,
spasming?
it's my hip.
Oh, your
I
hip.
just have a Charlie horse.
They're tight, eh? That's exactly why she wants mobility. Rest your head, knees to chest. The good news is one more bike, one more toe touch, and then we legit finish off with a hello body. So we're 3 minutes away from being done. Okay. Let's push through. Let's push through. So into tabletop and then roll it back and forth. You got her. Inhale to exhale. I mean, core is so important, especially like for lower back too, right? I know that my lower back is weak. A little bit of damage sitting in there. So keeping that core super strong is super important so I can do all the other things. Inhale to exhale. I know a lot of us too on the platform are perimenopausal, menopausal, postmenopausal. Inhale to exhale, or maybe you know someone or you're living with somebody, right, who's going through those changes and the body feels super different. Like I really, a few years ago, toe touches when you're ready, I don't remember waking up and feeling my bones. Like now I wake up and I can feel my skeleton. Yeah, like there's like a bone ache. And again, all those hormonal shifts and stuff like that too, right? We're going to inhale, exhale, bring it up for a pulse, up and through, right on. So again, how's the neck? Hands behind the head, small pulses. And this is your last time that you get to work on these like kind of micro crunches. If the legs elevated are too much, you can always place them down on the ground and just keep focusing on those small squeezes. Now, I know when things get a little bit spicy, sometimes you want to hold your breath, try and inhale and exhale through it, and just let that muscle kind of fatigue out. What I was telling Bonner yesterday is I know it's tough and I know it's uncomfortable because he was walking with a side stitch for quite a long time. I told him it's not dangerous. Roll it down, right? So even though those muscles are really uncomfortable when they're working so hard, it's not like you're in danger.
Unless it hurts.
Oh
Like
yeah,
if you're
no, I
feeling
mean
pain, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, but I mean
it's just sore.
Yeah, if it's just muscles working,
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, his side stitch was not dangerous for him. It wasn't an injury, but those are very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
We've all got those before. But it's about building up those tolerances. And I told him it's not just a physical thing that he's building right now. It's a mental capacity for resilience. So when life does get hard, which we know it will, right? Oh my Lord. That sometimes it's that mental strength of, I don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable, but I'm going to do it. Right? Oh, 15 seconds left. I'm pretty much in that state right now. Really making sure to push that low back into the floor. 5 seconds. 3, 2. Oh my gosh.
I feel that.
Ah, that's the triple beep. Knees to chest. Rock from side to side. Did you say you felt nauseous?
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Good.
That last little bit, I'm like, oh goodness.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's that exertive.
Here comes the iron vitamin.
And I was debating whether I should put the vitamins in my mouth before this. My whole body is twitching right now. This is wild. Okay, so again, we don't have tons of time to do stretching. So 1 foot, 2 feet onto the ground. Can you push your lower back into the mat and then come on up and really open up your chest to the ceiling by pushing your rear shoulders into the mat? So what we do is we go through a few series of stretches, and then we really hope that you guys can continue stretching a little bit longer. We know that's why she wants a mobility program so much. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. We know, recovery roll off to the side, that we need to give much more time to stretching in these programs. It's just the format of the programs don't dictate that. So we will be adding elbows at your shoulders, and you can just kind of pull yourself open to stretch out your chest. the programs would have to be 45 minutes, 60 minutes to do like those. We would need a back stretch, a shoulder stretch, a chest stretch, a bicep, tricep, a core, a hamstring. You know what I mean? There would be a lot going on there. Pull your arm across with your shoulder down. That's my right hand. So to do that stretching properly, we think a mobility program that you can keep coming back to and maybe choose some from.
Yeah.
And maybe you can add that in on a weekend, release to the other side, shoulder down, pull over.
Or before and after programming if you have time.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Some people do have more time than others, but we don't want to kind of alienate other people by going to these extra long, big programs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we're also about, after this, we're going to have our protein shakes. So if you're on a lunch break doing this, maybe
shake it off. Yeah.
You have a half an hour to work out. We want you to have something to eat.
Yeah,
Time to eat.
absolutely.
That's important.
A big question on the platform too, because people do this later at night. Do I still eat after I train? Absolutely, because you need to have nutrients. And the last thing we want is to perpetuate fear of food. Fear of food only gets you stronger and lean. Like fear of food doesn't get you stronger and leaner. You need to eat to change that composition, right? We need to change that mentality of really, love you, how to actually become a strong human. And it's certainly by feeding, especially after you do workouts like this. So we do a super protein, we do maybe a cup of fruit, and then we blend it up. And we're still trying creatine. It's going well for us right now. There's no bloating going on. And then collagen is something that we've been trying for a while now too. So we don't recommend any stuff. We're just honest of kind of what we're putting in our supplements, just having a little bit of fun and seeing kind of what works for us and what doesn't. Hopefully you enjoyed the workout. Some people are having trouble commenting, and that's because they don't have the proper profiles on here. So we'll continue to work on that because comments are really part of.
Or message us on Facebook.
Yeah, you can find us on Facebook as well. So we're there too.
Always
so
here to help.
Thank you, Muddy Ears. Thank you, Harold.
You're welcome.
I'll clean up. You can bake. Yeah, cooking the shakes. See you guys later.